I know what stopping looks like in weight loss. I know what stopping looks like in YouTube. I know what holding off on things looks like, and it just doesn't pan out. Like you have to keep going. If it's just even one person that, that something that we say resonates with them and they decide to do things differently. And it's really something about knowing, like, as long as you do these things, you're going to get the outcome that you want.
Welcome, guys. My name is Patrice, The.Patrice.Denise, and I'm over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time. And I'm glad that you decided to join me for this video. This is a special video because I have collaborated with Unglamorous Glow. She is here on YouTube, so definitely check out her channel. Her information is in the description box below. But she decided to do the 75 Soft Challenge, and you know that I've been talking about that here recently, that she decided to do it, and it sparked an interest in me, and I decided to do it with her. So we checked in and discussed how it was going as we got started on 75 Soft. And during this interview, I believe we were currently on day 6. So we wanted to share this information with you guys and share how we've been doing, what we've been doing, and what we're going to do in the future. So hopefully you will enjoy this video. Like I said, check out her channel. She is continuing to document her journey, being it with 75 Soft and any other aspect of her life. So definitely check out her channel. But let's get into the video.
So we are gathered here today to talk about 75 Soft. It's only been 6 days.
6 days.
We're on our 6th day. And so how's it been going so far? Well, first of all, let me start here. 1, thank you for deciding to, when I said, does anybody want to join me? And literally nobody raised their hand, but you went ahead and raised your hand. So I appreciate that.
This week has been going good so far. My fitness, I've gotten 45 minutes of exercise in every day, 10K steps every day, and so far I've gotten in 3 days. 3 days of strength training. So fitness is going well. And nutrition, that's where I can work on it a little bit, but I have gotten in 1 gallon of water every day. And then I've started my Audible book. Well, started using Audible for my listening and doing my Bible plan, and I did my progress picture at the beginning. So it's going great. How is your week going?
It's going good. I feel like I know that it's going to be helpful, and so I'm excited about that. I've been successful so far, and it's really something about knowing, like, as long as you do these things, you're going to get the outcome that you want. That's just kind of how I feel. Like, so far, it has been helpful, even though it's been 6 days. So it's just like knowing that all you have to do is do the next right step. All you have to do is stay on the plan, and you got it. So, but as far as my workouts have been doing 45 minutes or more of, whatever I'm doing. Usually it's either running or strength training. And as far as with food, that has been really good, putting some parameters in place around when I'm going to eat and when I'm not going to eat, and doing some journaling around food noise and about, like, what's our reason for eating? Like, are we eating for the right reason, which is nutrition, which is, actual hunger versus other things.
And when you started, or when you said that you were going to do the 75 Soft, that just put something in me to change things up in my routines. I felt like I was just doing things just to do things because I was comfortable with doing it. So with you saying that you were doing it, that really sparked an interest in me, because I keep saying I want to do strength training, but I don't commit to it. And when I see that I have to do it for 75 days or for this whole 75-day period, is a challenge for me. And so I like challenges, and so that's what really sparked an interest in me.
I'm glad that you are finding another goal, I guess. Like, now that you're in maintenance, I would assume, well, I've been in maintenance before and out of maintenance, of course, now, but it is hard to find a new goal after weight loss. Like, what now? Because you still have to do the same thing.
Right.
But it's like, so now what? Like, how do we move forward? So yeah, I'm excited to see your results because I know that you have a great base. If that's not weird to say, you have a great base. You have a great base to start with. So it's going to be, you're gonna do great. So I'm excited for that for you.
I know you will too, because you have a good support system with your husband who cooks the meals. Doesn't he cook those nice meals? And
he does. He cooks. I cook. I do have my 3 assigned days a week, but I tend to do the same thing over and over. So he does do more like different things. And so, yeah, that is helpful. But I was going to ask you about meals and about like cooking for a family and knowing that you have goals and things. How does that work in your household with your goals and feeding a family and prepping meals?
So to be quite honest, it's a struggle. It is a struggle because I have kids in 3 different age ranges and they all like what they like and they don't always like what I like. And so I do half the time eat something different from what everybody else eats. They may have their things for breakfast and their things for lunch that they pack for their lunches, but then I have something totally different from them. Dinner, we do normally we eat the same things at dinner time. And that could be my husband doing, like the other day, he did a shrimp stir fry. Yesterday, I did pot roast, and we all ate that. And then we do Chipotle a lot, because my youngest son, he likes Chipotle. So we try to do things that everybody likes for dinner, but everybody has something different for breakfast and lunch. So when I meal plan or when I meal prep, my breakfast and my lunches is only for me.
So, well, you have a routine. It looks like from looking at your videos that works, so that's good.
And when we grocery shop, I try to still buy things that they like, but try to show them that they can get things that are a little bit better in nutrition.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. With my sons, they like to eat, the fast food and things like that, and so I try to make sure at least that they're getting vegetables and things for dinner or something because they choose different through the day. So yeah,
definitely.
We have to impart some of that, learn some of those behaviors into our children as well. So that makes sense.
And I think if they see us doing it over and over and over, they'll eventually join in.
Yeah.
Do it too. So.
Yeah.
I did have a question for you, if you don't mind, about strength training. So I did my first one that was on Sunday, and then I did it again on Tuesday, and then I had a little bonus one yesterday. Now my body is hurting all over because I did like arms one day, did like a full body one day, and then arms again yesterday. How do you deal with muscle soreness and not wanting to give up?
So yeah, you're going to be sore when you're first starting out. There's going to be that delayed onset muscle soreness that happens maybe 24 hours to 48 hours after, because I'm starting to feel like not the day after, but the day after that day, I'm starting to have some soreness when I do new activities. So it seems, so for the first 2 or 3 weeks, you'll experience it like where it's hard. You're like, oh God, I got to get up, or oh God, I got to sit down. And it's painful to get up or to get down. It's a challenge. You don't really want to move at that point. But I say you don't want to move, but it's a good idea to move that around to circulate, to get things circulating and to decrease some of that buildup. So it's a good thing to move around, but it can be hard because it's painful. But it does go away. I tend to lift pretty heavy, and I'm not always sore. I'm only sore when I do something new, like something that's out of my normal, then I'll get sore. Yeah, so it's to be expected, and it keeps you from taking long breaks, because if you take a week or so off, it will happen that way.
Well, this is definitely new for me, and my body is telling me that this is new.
Well, it'll go away. Okay. It will.
And
one day you'll be like, I worked out hard yesterday and I don't feel anything today. It still works.
I started off, at home I started off with a 10-pound, but when I got to the gym, we went to the gym, and I know I can lift heavier than that, so I was like, let me just, so let me do heavier. So I think here at home I'll go to the 20 or the 40 or a combination of.
Yeah. I think you can, and with you being, if the amount of weight is limited at home, then you can always increase the reps, increase your speed in which you're doing it. So if you want time under tension, as far as let's say you're doing a squat, you can do that squat slower, or you can do it faster to change, the degree of difficulty. Mm-hmm. Slow and fast are hard. They're just different types of hard. So you can decide, how you want to do that. Difficulties, I would say, is I get bored pretty easily. I do feel like I've gotten bored over the last, I did it. If I do it for 3 days or 4 days, I did it. Mm-hmm, okay. Mm-hmm. So now as we go into day 5, 6, it's like, okay, I'm tired of doing the same thing. Instead of we're doing it for 75 days. So in order for me to do that, I have to switch it up a little bit. So that may mean taking a break. For the last couple of days, I took a break from the book that I was reading and switched to another book to keep that part, to give it breathe some new life into that part. With food, I tend to eat the same breakfast every morning. I may have to switch that up just to bring some kind of newness to the process. Mm-hmm. I think that resetting, whether that be through, for me, it would be a mental reset at all times. I think that's what I think of resetting, but it could be resetting in the form of, okay, I'm going to journal about this and set goals for the week or goals for the day. So it feels smaller and new, because I just set these today of how I'm going to do this. So we set those goals. But it could also be as simple as I have the workouts, refreshing those. Maybe I want to do something different. Maybe I do want to, there's a boot camp class or a step class or a dance class that I can go to kind of breathe new life into my workout routine. Where can I find some newness to bring into a process of building habits? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But I, as somebody who is not a person who enjoys, I like routine for some things, but I get bored.
Right.
You just have to be constantly breathing new life into the things I'm doing. Right. So, did you have any difficulties this week?
I would say my water intake. Trying to get the water in before 8 o'clock at night, even 9 o'clock at night. Because if I don't, then I'm up all night using the bathroom. And then even making sure I don't drink a lot of water before I have to go somewhere. Because the bathroom is not always accessible. And so, but just trying to get in all my water. I've gotten it all in, but it's just been a real inconvenience with having to go to the bathroom all the time.
I feel like water, that's one thing that's there's some things in the challenge that are you do it and it's done.
Right.
But then food and water, it's an all day commitment to, the focus thing.
Yeah, because the Audible book and doing my Bible plan, I can do that in the morning and it's done. But having to drink this water.
Yeah. I got mine.
Was that a Stanley?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is yours?
No, the Simply Modern.
Yeah. No, I want one of those too, but I know, honey, I just have a regular, smegular, who cares type of drink.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. So I think another way to refresh it, these us meeting and talking about it, just a reminder, and having other people to talk to about it. To kind of reset your mind, this is something that I'm doing. I can do this. There's other people doing it. I think that's helpful too. So I think even us having this conversation will be a restart.
I think that's very important. Having support is very important in any journey. So
if you had to say one tip or one mantra or one mindset, whatever you want to call it, that you feel like has been important in the success you've had so far, what would that be?
Remembering why I'm doing it. We can try this, we can try that, we can incorporate drinking a gallon of water, listening to Audible. We can do all these different things, but why am I doing it? And so my why is always my children, my family. I want to be healthy for them. I want them to see that they can accomplish things. Like if they see me accomplish things, then I can be a role model for them, and then that will spark in them that they can also do it too. So I always put it back on my why. Why am I doing it? Anything I do, I gotta know why. Why am I doing this? Am I just doing it just to do it? No, I'm doing it for an ultimate reason, and it's for them and my husband too. But my children.
Yeah.
So, right.
I get it. I understand. Yeah.
So
that's beautiful. Yeah.
And this for anybody out there, because I mean I said this before in other videos, but you know, I was in a dark spot when I was not taking care of myself. And I know that there's people out there who are in dark places in their life. And if they see somebody else who can, or see somebody else getting out of that place, that will help pull them out of that place. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were talking about that earlier. Like if it's just even one person that, you know, that something that we say resonates with them and they decide to do things differently, whatever that looks like for them, whatever they feel like is going to help them, then that's a win. You know, it was worth it if one person is helped by it.
Right. We can have all these different little habits, but just the why behind them all.
Yeah. And that's a great why. I don't know if there's a better why.
What motivates you? What keeps you going?
I guess because I know what will happen. Because I've lost 100 pounds and gained 100 pounds, I know what stopping looks like in so many aspects of life. I know what stopping looks like in weight loss. I know what stopping looks like in YouTube. I know what holding off on things looks like, and it just doesn't pan out. Like you have to keep going, and that's all you have. You can't do it any other way but keep going. There's no prize in stopping. There's no, like, time is going to pass either way. So you might as well have the goals and the things that you want. You might as well be working towards them, because time, people say I'm too old, or, you know, like people say too old to go back to school and stuff like that. But, you know, that time is still going to pass. And it's the same with my health and with things like that. The time is still going to pass. And wouldn't it be great to get to wherever 10 years from now with better health than not.
Right. Any kind of goals that you want to accomplish next week or anything in the upcoming weeks?
I want to start doing my little tasks, because I have like a 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of cleaning, and 10 minutes of journaling, those kinds of things, doing them earlier. Because the things that I don't want to do, like the decluttering, that's not really cleaning, it's just decluttering stuff that I have around. Like, if I could do that earlier, that would be great. Because I tend to wait to do the things I don't want to do. Like, I can work out early because I wanted to do that anyway. So I think I put off, So my goal is to do those things earlier, bring the things that I really don't want to do to the forefront. Like,
And I'm going to increase my weights.
Okay.
With strength training.
Let me know how it goes. So you'll be sore some more. It'll get better.
Goodness, get a muscle.
It won't be like that forever. Trust me. It won't be like that forever.
Operation Get Strong.
Yes. So we don't fall and break anything 20, 30 years from now.
Okay.
So it was a good check-in. I feel like we had a good check-in.
Well, we will definitely check in next week, maybe, or the week. You know, we'll check in again.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining us.
See you on the next one.
Yes.